Dumelang. Today I'm going to be doing financial mathematics. I will continue with financial mathematics and we'll focus more on the past paper, which is the last test that my students wrote. So now it says here, Mr. Lijamela buys a BMW car for a 25,000 on hire purchase. He has saved up and decides to pay a deposit of 20% of the car's original price. Since he bought the car on hire purchase, he has agreed to pay the balance off over 6 years. He is charged 17.5%, which is simple interest. I highlighted the key points there. I highlighted the 825, which is the value of the car. I highlighted 20% deposit, meaning that Mr. Dijamela will not be owing the whole 825. You'll only be owing 80% of that because 20% will be paid as a deposit. I also highlighted 6 because 6 represents the number of years over which he intends to pay whatever he's owing. But whatever he's owing over that 6-year period, it is going to be charged interest. So it is going to have interest and we have to pay together with interest, whatever we are going to owe. All right, that's what's important here. Now, obviously, we will be charged interest on the outstanding amount. Outstanding amount is the amount that we are going to owe after we have paid the initial deposit. They want us here to calculate the balance after deposit has been paid. Note that the value of this car is 825,000. So I'm going to take 825,000 multiplied by 20%. It will give me what I'll still be owing after paying the deposit. Or you can first calculate 20% of 825. That'll give you a deposit. And then take that deposit and subtract it from 825. It'll give you the outstanding amount. So you have those two options, and those are options that you can follow, right? These are the two options. So you have a choice of taking 825, multiplying it by 80%, and that will give you 660,000, which is the outstanding balance. Or you can take the 825, find the deposit, 20% of 825 will give you 165,000. And then take that 165,000 minus it from the price of the car, and that'll still give you 660,000. That's all you needed to do. Okay, let's answer these questions here. We need to calculate simple interest that Mr. Dijamela will pay over the 6-year period. So what are we going to do here to calculate this interest here? You're going to use a formula, simple interest formula. I don't like writing it as SI. I prefer to write it as capital I, okay? Where P is the outstanding amount, I is the interest rate, and is the period over which we are going to have to pay the outstanding amount. So P, we calculated it in the previous. So you need to take this from 1.1.1. P was 660,000 because we paid the deposit. So this is the only thing that we're still owing, and this interest will only accrue to that 660,000. It will only be calculated on the outstanding amount, which is that 660,000 times that 660,000 by 17.5% and times it by 6. And that'll give you simple interest amount of 693,000. That is your simple interest that you're going to have to pay over the 6-year period. Another formula is by calculating A and then A. Once you got your A, you take your A, you minus your P. And that's how you will get the simple interest. So it's your choice as to which one you want to use. Okay. What is this A that we're talking about? A is the amount that you'll have to pay, that Mr. Dijamela has to pay over a period of 6 years. So we need to find out if Mr. Dijamela was not paying anything monthly over a period of 6 years, how much will he be owing over that period? We will simply take the principal amount and add the interest amount we got above, or you can use the second formula where A is equals to P, close bracket 1 plus I times N, where P is the outstanding amount, which is 660,000. I will be 17.5% and N or T will be 6%. These two, same steps, same marks. these two will give you the same amount, which is A. That will be 1,353,000. So if you take this 1,353,000 and you minus 660,000, which is P, it'll give you your interest. It's your choice as to which one you want to use. Okay. But this question here doesn't want us to calculate A. It wants us to calculate the total amount that Mr. Dijamela has paid by the end of the period, which is 6 years. They said including the deposit. So Mr. Dijamela won't just pay that 1,353,000. He will pay that 1,353,000 plus the deposit. So when we want the total amount paid, it will be A plus the deposit, which will be 1,353,000 plus 165,000, and that will give us 1,518,000. All right, let's go to 1.1.4. Including the deposit, how much does Mr. Dijamela end up paying for the car? Let's see. Now, this is what we are going to have as a payment. So A divided by 12 times N or T. Okay. This is how we calculate, well, actually, this is the same question as the previous one. But here, I think the question wanted us to calculate the monthly repayments. Let me just correct that quickly. To calculate a monthly repayment, you will just take A and divide it by 12 times the period over which you intend to pay the outstanding amount. And here it is 6 years. A was 1,353,000. You will divide it by 12 times 6. And this will give you monthly repayments of 18,791.76. Okay. The last question says, if Mr. Dijamela did not pay the deposit, how much will he have spent in total over the 6 years, assuming the same simple interest? Here, you just have to calculate A. It's either you use the method that I used previously where you calculate simple interest and you add it to P. But here, for this example, I decided to use the formula. Okay, and where P is equals to 825,000 because we were going to have to pay the whole 825,000 over a 6-year period if we did not pay the deposit. Now, all you have to do is to enter that into your calculator, and where there is I, you substituted 17.5%, where there is N, you are substituting 6. So in total, Mr. Dijamela was going to pay 1,691,250. And compare this to the previous amount that he actually paid, including the deposit, which was 1,518,000. So it does save you some cash to pay the deposit because if you took the whole amount as a liability, you're going to have to pay more. Okay, let's see how much more he paid. I'm going to take this amount, which is the amount he could have paid if he didn't pay the deposit. So let me see, which is 1,691,250. You minus, let me see how much he would have paid, including the deposit. He would have paid 1,518,000. You will minus 1,518,000. And this will give you 173,250. So this is what you would have saved. He has saved by paying the deposit. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. In the next video, I will be doing question 7, which is this one here. It's all about exchange rates. Please watch the video on exchange rates before you come and watch this one here. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hozo.